Welcome, everybody. Hello. Good morning, Helen. Hi, Courtney. Hi, Kirby and Steven. Hello, Christine. Hello, Diana from Holland. Good morning, Karen. Steven's from Western New York State. Awesome. Hi, Jackie. Good morning, Bonnie. Jackie says, greetings, lovely friends. Good morning, Patty. If it's your first time with me, my name is Jacqui Mancuso. I'm joining you guys from Northern Illinois. Today we are going to talk about what's going on in the skies. I like to give advice about how to use the astrology, regardless of what's going on in astrology. And then we will pull some oracle cards for the group to see what our highest selves want us to know about the energies and everything going on. Man, do I feel what's happening in the sky right now, and I'm really excited to just get in there and explain everything that's going on. Jackie says, is there something about this new moon affecting mood negatively? Been feeling crumb and down all week. Let's open up the floor about that one, because my last week and a half has been pretty turbulent. There are other people in my reality right now who have been going through a pretty turbulent week and a half. Not to have a pity party here, but let's connect on what's been going on with everyone. Courtney says a rough week emotionally. Doug says the energy is super strong right now for the moon, right? Hard to feel vibrant. So on Monday, just a few days ago on Monday, we did have a new moon in Cancer. I feel like there was an aspect that's just slipping my mind right now. So the moon is ruled by Cancer. The new moon occurred in Cancer, so that amplifies it. And it happened on a Monday, and Monday is the day of the week ruled by the moon, so that amplified it. This is the other thing that I'm missing. The night of the new moon, or early the next morning within the same day, the nodes of the moon shifted. So our nodes of fate, the nodes of destiny, it's like the collective North Star shifted places early this week. So for the last year and a half, the north node of the moon was hanging out in Taurus. So as a collective, we were feeling the energies of needing to go to basic simplicity as far as our basic resources. Taurus rules the physical body, so we may have been feeling for the last year and a half this need to know our body, listen to our body, get wisdom from our body. You may have felt a need to revise the food that you're putting into your body. You may have been feeling this need, this draw to get into nature. And then after the new moon, that shifted backwards because the nodes of the moon always move in retrograde. So now the north node is at 29 degrees of Aries. Aries we might be feeling this need to do it our own way. We might be feeling a need to truly understand ourselves. We might be feeling a need to be first, a need to stand up for what we believe in, a need to fight for our individuality, our sovereignty. And that kind of just, when I said the need to understand yourself, that can be where a lot of this tribulation, trial, difficult time is coming from. When you're put in hot water, you need to, how do you know where to go? You got to know what you stand for, and then you got to fight for what you stand for to get that out of the trying situation. So that could have a lot to do with what everyone's been going through. Jackie says, man, so glad I'm not alone. That's awesome. Thanks for your donation. Very sweet of you. Anne says, it's been hard and emotional. Yep, for Steven, same for Jackie and Christine and Lucy. Yeah, Helen, there's also been a lot of solar activity going on. I don't follow the solar flares and coronal mass ejections, but the astrologers that I listen to throw those words out like they're going out of style. So there has been a lot of solar activity that can leave you feeling just drained or can leave you feeling wired. So it all depends on how it's affecting your energy and all that stuff. I don't know too much about it, so I don't want to talk myself into a corner there. But Jean says the new moon squared the nodes and opposed Pluto, so it wasn't a usual nice Cancer moon. Thank you, Jean. Yeah, we are closing in. We'll talk about that tomorrow. So I'll be here tomorrow to focus more on this Cardinal Grand Cross. That is coming exact tomorrow, so that's a lot of pressure. That's closing in and closing in. So just know that you're not alone. It's kind of like a communal effort time, so to say. So let's talk about what's going on in the sky today. So we have some conflicting energy in the sky today. We have the planet Mars in opposition to Saturn. So oppositions form tension, a little bit of like a push-pull energy. And then on the more positive side, we have the sun forming a trine, a nice triangle, to Neptune. So we have a difficult aspect and a harmonious aspect happening at the same time. So I'm a Band-Aid rip-off type of person, so I'd rather talk about the difficult transit, and then we'll talk about how the harmonious transit comes to soothe it and bring some peace. So the difficult transit right now is that Mars at 6 degrees of Virgo is opposite Saturn at 6 degrees of Pisces. Mars in Virgo represents taking action to change up the physical. Virgo is the mutable earth sign. So Virgo is the sign that wants to make changes in your physical environment. Mars is the planet that gives you the energy and the ambition and the drive to do so. So whether you consciously want to be making changes in your physical environment or not, the energy is prevalent in the skies and it's happening. This is opposing Saturn in Pisces. Saturn in Pisces represents creating your spiritual structure. Saturn is the planet of responsibility, boundaries, keeping yourself on time, keeping yourself in check. And Pisces is the sign of the mystic, the woo-woo, the letting go and releasing type of energy. So Mars opposite Saturn can feel like a hard stop and a need to pause. It's like so Saturn moves slower than Mars, and it's like Mars is coming and it wants to zoom past Saturn, but as soon as they come opposite of each other, Saturn is looking from across the sky and he's like, no, you can't keep running down and just changing everything up. You have to pause and you have to reassess what you want, what you desire, right? And this is just coming through right now. Everything that you experience in your physical reality, it all starts in the ether. It all starts as energy. So if your energy is in a place of haphazard, if your energy is in a place of not knowing exactly what you want and tending to maybe focus on negatives or focus on what you're afraid of, that's what you're going to call in. That's what you're going to manifest, because that's the energy that you're putting off to your ability to create at this time. However, Mars opposite Saturn gives us an opportunity to pause and reassess exactly what it is that we want to bring in, because the intention is what places it into the ether, which allows it to become real in this 3D reality that we live in. This is even stronger right now because Saturn in Pisces is retrograde. So we are already in the process of reviewing our spiritual structures, our practices, our routines, our rituals. And Mars only entered Virgo about 10 days ago. So within the last 10 days, week and a half, right? We might be feeling this motivation to make lots of changes, even if we don't want these things to change. Like, it's just happening and we kind of have to like follow the train. I'm seeing this as like our life is a runaway train and we're like running behind it to try to catch up with it. Let me know if you feel that way. Hi, Susie. Lots of talking this morning. Lion energy. We are starting Leo season in a couple days. Yeah, I like that, Diana. During retrograde, there's going to be old patterns to work on. We have multiple planets retrograde right now. Pluto is retrograde, Saturn is retrograde, and Neptune are retrograde. So a lot of revisiting through experiences coming to our reality to help us revisit what we used to do in the past. However, there is a positive aspect, a harmonious aspect happening in the sky today as well. The sun is forming a trine to Neptune. So trines are when planets are 120 degrees away. It forms a nice triangle looking shape in the sky, and it's easy energy. It's helpful, it's harmonious, it's like a high five or a thumbs up from the planets from across the sky. So the sun is at 27 degrees of Cancer. We're wrapping up Cancer season. And Neptune is hanging out at 27 degrees of Pisces. The sun represents how we shine, the light that we bring into the world. Neptune represents how we dream. So these planets, how we shine and how we dream, are interacting in a harmonious way. They want to help you. So as I just mentioned before, life might feel like this runaway train that you're just chasing and you're running at it. So what is it that's been causing you stress? Specifically this past week and a half. If you can dwindle it down to one thing or to choose one thing that you want to focus on with this reading, with this session, you might get a better outcome. Instead of saying like, my whole world's in shambles, like what's one thing that's causing most of it? What's been causing you stress? What's been changing? Specifically, is there something that you feel like has been changing that you're chasing to keep up with? And this energy of Mars opposite Saturn invites you to stop running, to pause, and to just let that train move ahead. Like, your peace of mind is worth more than chasing whatever is running away, if that makes sense. And then we can take our shining sunlight and shine a light on your dream reality. That's what the sky is inviting you to do today. So today, this weekend, whenever it feels right to do so, what I invite you to do with this energy of Mars opposite Saturn, pause, Sun trine Neptune, shine a light on your dreams, take time to visualize your desired outcome. It's a choice what you do with your thoughts. It's a choice what you do with your intentions. You can choose to keep focusing on that's changing, that's bad, that's, like trying to like grab and grab and grab, or you can say, that's what I don't want and it's running away from me. Thank you. I'm going to sit with what I do want and just be in that energy. So you can do that with a meditation, a workshop type visualization meditation. You can do that by scripting. That's a practice that I recently picked up that really feels good to me. I just sit down and I write a full page of a notebook, front and back, and I write a story as if it's already happening in my reality, and I give a lot of gratitude for what I already have. If you're going to do like a workshop visualization meditation, focus on how this new dream reality makes you feel. I was distracted. Sorry, my chicken got into my front yard. And that's, we just like reinforced where they were escaping yesterday, so I'm trying to think about how they're escaping. Maybe it's time to pause and just let that be. You can also visualize your desired outcome by creating an art piece that represents the feelings of what you desire, the feelings of your future, putting it into a poem or telling it as a story, or even literally like dancing, feeling the feelings that you are hoping to bring into your life. So I hope all that makes sense. My chicken is not up for adoption. Is my chicken. Karen says she's feeling fire in her whole body. Anyone else? I love it. I love it. You guys love that advice. Jacqui, I've been doing that every day since you mentioned the journaling. Been trying to do it. I love it. Diana, your body's 27 weeks pregnant. Congratulations. I hope it's an easy one. Yeah, go with the flow, Diana. I love it. Let me know how that all sits with you. Today's just a pause day. So actually, I was feeling like taking a pause with all you guys. This is not normal. Normally, I just get on and I blab and I talk and I go. So let's just breathe. The universe wants us to take a pause, so let's take its advice. And let's take a pause before we jump into the cards. So if you're in a place where you are sitting still, you can close your eyes if it's safe to do so. Obviously, you're an adult, you know when it's safe to do that or not. And just let go of all expectations. Just let go of everything you're worrying about. You can empty out your belly by even rounding your shoulders forward, constricting the belly as you lean forward. That'll help push all the energy out, push the rest of the stagnant air out, just getting that stuck energy out of you. And just breathe in the present moment, down to the bottom of your belly. And breathe out any expectation or worry of the future, any thoughts of the past. Let them go. Breathe into what is available right now. Breathe into the heart. And breathe out of the heart. Release that love into your reality, into the ether around you. And just pause. Breathing at your own pace here. Filling your body with the light and love available to you. And exhaling out any expectations. Breathing in trust, in patience, and acceptance. Breathing out the need to control. Letting it go. Maybe shaking your hands, shaking it out. Let's take one more collective deep breath in. Breathing in the love for each other, from each other. And breathing out anything that is not serving your highest good. That felt good. Didn't that feel good? I forgot about everything that I was worrying about. Kirby says, this resonates. Oldest is going to college. Time to let her handle her own stuff and let go of trying to manage her. That sounds like Mars and Virgo. So today I wanted to use our first deck. I'm going to pull from Angels and Ancestors. And I want to ask our highest guides, our highest self, what is asking for a pause? If we don't know what in our life is calling for a pause with Mars opposite Saturn, what is it in our life that's asking for a pause? If this is your first time, this is when I tell you that this is a group reading. And the group reading is always for all of us. It's always just so perfect and beautiful. So I ask you to send your energy into this deck. Asking your highest self and your highest guides, what is asking for a pause? I will allow 3 cards to fall out of this deck, and then I'm going to show you the backs of the cards. So you're going to see that same image 3 times. The image will not change, but the way that you feel about the cards might. This is a time to practice your intuition, to practice inner knowing, you know. Christine already threw some numbers out there. That's claircognizance, when you just know. So if there's numbers between 1 and 3 that are resonating with you right now, those messages might be a little bit stronger for you today. If I hold up a certain card and you feel a tingle or an itch somewhere on your skin, or something twitches, or even if anything in your incarnation changes, like if a bird lands on your window, or if your house creaks, or if the internet pauses when I hold up a certain card, that could be your guides just giving you a hint that that message is really strong for you today. If I hold up the cards and you feel absolutely nothing, then the whole reading is for you today. The whole reading is for all of us, but if you feel pulled to a certain card, that's just maybe that's where the light is being shown for you today. I love it, Alexis. My hand tingled while you're shuffling. So let's see. We're asking, what is asking for a pause? How did that short little breathing session feel for you guys? Good morning, Eric from Seattle. I'm still having a little bit of haphazard energy. I am calling in, there we go. There we go. Karen, that breath session felt needed for you. Awesome. Curvy breathing was beautiful and perfect. That's something that I've been trying to do more recently, because it takes 1 minute. You could do 1 minute of deep breathing and reset your whole mindset. Karen's left hand is twitching. Receive. Left hand, left side of the body is feminine, receptive, intake, slow, pause. Helen, great breathing. Sharon, I'm currently taking a pause. I'm curious what other area is asking for a pause. Christine pulled a rest and be still and listen card this morning. Ugh, love it. Same card 2 days in a row. Must be a strong message, Christine. I'm going to show you the backs of the cards. Let us know which card or more than one card might be resonating with you today. Here's the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Throw your numbers in the chat, and I'm going to show them one more time, just in case. What is asking for a pause? Here's the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Christine 3 and 1, and Jackie is working with those 2. Helen 3, Susie 1. Kirby 3, Jennifer 2, Eric 2, Margot 3, Carrie 3 and 1, Karen 3, Diana 2, Duchess all, Stephen 2 and 3, Suki 2, Duchess the Wings, Carol 2, Elisa 1 and 2, Karen 3, Caroline 2, Joan 2, Alexis 1 and 3, Helen lots of 3s, Bonnie all 3, Jackie 3 mostly. Does the garbage truck count? It's driving through during card 2. Everything in your reality is created by you. So, yes, I would use the garbage truck as a sign. Oof. Doug 1 and 3. Alright, let's see. Let's see how we translate this. What is asking for a pause? Who mentioned the wise owl on the back of the card? Wise owl on the back of the card. Card number 1 is the wise one. Owl, raven. Moon. Crescent moon. We're in the crescent moon still. Grow within your current situation. Does that feel, that felt like such Saturn energy right now. Grow within your current situation. It seems like we're all kind of in the muck right now, and all we want to do is get out of it, and it's like Saturn right there. No, it's you grow within the muck. Like, damn it. Knuckle down. Be reliable and committed. Be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. The wise one represents the wisest aspect of the goddess, the crone. In paganism and modern Wicca, the crone is the fiercest, most psychic, and most aware aspect of the goddess, because she has been through many of life's challenges and overcome many setbacks. On this card, the raven in her hands represents the capacity to overcome the darker times and to be reborn again and again. So she helps you to tap into wisdom to overcome whatever life throws at you. Wisdom being the information stored in your soul rather than the knowledge acquired in this lifetime, and to learn from the experience of your elders. The wisdom of the wise one is based on something that the younger generation is often lacking: commitment and reliability. When this card appears, you are being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion within your current situation. Be committed to your tasks and projects. It can be very easy to be bored or overwhelmed, but persevere. You are being reminded of how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability. And that is not who you were born to be. So keep working on what you're working on, because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. Yeah, Helen, so true. Christine, wow. Helen loves it. Melissa, yep, this is the card for me for sure. Jackie, that's how I've been lately. Yeah, wisdom comes through hard times, right? You gotta grow through the situation to be the wise one. Wisdom doesn't come from having an easy life. Wisdom comes from holding yourself up by your bootstraps, walking through the situation that you're in, trusting that you are guided by your inner wisdom and allowing it to come out. The energy that I felt reading this card, it's like, stop trying to get out of what it is and have the, what's that word? Be humble enough to learn from this tough time. Have the humility to learn from this. I think that's what I was trying to say. I know that you guys know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, the only way out is through. So just, you're in it. Accept that you're in it. So what is asking for a pause is the need to get out of it. Pause on trying to escape. Ugh. That's frustrating. I'm frustrated with that card, but I get it. Jennifer, I didn't even pick this card, but I needed to hear this. Yeah. Melissa, I think you just read my diary. June loves it. Lotus grows in the mud. That's right, Helen. Inner authority, Diana. Jackie, thinking maybe 1 is immediate past and 3 is from further back. Interesting. Yvonne started realizing my inner child issues and pains. This card resonates so much. Carry, flow with it. Yvonne's working on the inner child. It will make me the person I really want to be. Working with the inner child. There's nothing wrong with your inner child. Understand it. Send it love. Acceptance. Tansy, no quick fixes. Freedom is on the other side. Power is on the other side. Duchess, I've been really focusing in on wisdom. Eric, I'm ready to be done with this week. I will be present today and tomorrow. Are you talking about for the lives? The only way out is through. Ugh. All right, what else is asking for a pause, guys? Card number 2 brings us the Knight. Oh, talking about for work. Be brave and honest. Do the right thing, even if it isn't the easiest option. Stand for what you know to be right and true. The Knight is a knight in shining armor, dedicated to the crown that his sword defends. In this sense, he is a protector of the Holy Grail, and therefore of your spiritual growth and expansion. He represents the warrior in you. Whether you are male or female, that energy is within you. His sword and armor show he is courageous and strong. But if you look closely, you will see he has a tear running down his face, showing his willingness to be vulnerable and his love for what he protects. Can you see the tear? I can't. What the heck? It's on this side. The energy of respect is important right now. You are being encouraged to figure out what is important to you and what to stand for. If you are in a space where there is opposition, you are being guided to follow through with integrity, because even if it seems this will slow your progress, your rewards will be much more abundant. You are being surrounded by a light of bravery to help you. This card also brings justice. If you are longing for justice, please know that the universal energies are working to bring everything back into order, that you don't need to force anything through with your will. If you have made mistakes recently, it's important to take ownership of them so that you can align yourself with improving the situation. If you are feeling the need to defend your spiritual path at this time, back down and let it protect you. Wow, what's asking for a pause? To me, this feels like shadow side night. Like, what's asking for a pause is the need to just aggressively go and fight and try to take control and take over the situation, like the immature controlling aspect of the night. What this card is inviting you to do is to pause, to feel the vulnerability of where you are, and to allow that vulnerability to ignite your inner fire so that you can peacefully move through the situation. Does the Knight resonate with Mars energy? That's a really good question, and I can see that. Absolutely. It's all about action, but how are you acting? Are you acting out of this egoic, oh, this is the life that I want, so I'm just gonna do everything now to make it, to get it, I have to be, this is what has to happen? Or Are you taking the time to be brave and honest with yourself and say like, okay, I'm trying too hard. I'm trying too hard to force the life that I think I want. Maybe it's time to sit with the life that I have and see what the universe wants to bring me. Jackie says the night resonates with crap going on around me. Margot, pausing sounds calming. Eric, I need to pause the distractions. I'm called to step into the discomfort and do work that is being called to me. I love that. The white and gold represent the fire of purity, testing. I love it. All right, last, in this pull, I'm going to pull from another deck after we finish this third card from this deck. But what else is being asked for a pause? Card number 3 is the stag, and the energy is trust and thrive. Come alive and thrive. Stand in your light and glory with grace and majesty. The stag card brings graceful and powerful medicine into your life. In Celtic traditions, the stag, with his crown of antlers, is known as the king of the forest and is a totem that brings protection in challenging times. In Native American traditions, he is greatly loved, for stags and deer have provided food for the people and materials that have allowed them to create medicine items, such as drums, rattles, and smudge fans. Although the stag has been hunted in the past, and still is, he has strength, dignity, and poise. When this card arises, it can also represent fertility and sexuality. Maybe an opportunity to explore your sexual side with your spiritual integrity supporting you on that journey. You have an opportunity to thrive. Trust in all that you have to offer, all your gifts, strength, and power, and make the most of it. You were born to lead, and this can only become reality when you are willing to put yourself in that position. Stag energy allows you to feel safe because the antlers keep away anything that could interfere with your intelligence and presence, and their strength gives you the power to be agile in your thinking. You are being encouraged to retain your dignity and be proud of who you are and all that you've accomplished. This, in turn, will give you even more power to thrive, onwards and upwards. Of course, you just put on your stag t-shirt, Bonnie. Of course you just put your stag t-shirt on before I read this. Stag energy, deer energy in general, for me, the message is always just pause and assess. What do they do? Like when there's a loud noise in the forest, what do deer do? They stop and they watch. They don't act right away. They're not a reactive animal. They're a pause and assess animal. The antlers in this stag card seem to be very prevalent in the energy behind this card, especially right now. Like what does the stag have to do to grow his antlers? Really nothing. Like he just does. He takes care of himself and his antlers grow strong, and the antlers are his protection. So instead of trying to like egotistically, immaturely fight your way through to build up your protection, like to protect yourself out of fear, I feel like this card is reminding us to just be and enjoy life and allow your protection to grow around you. So that when something happens that might cause you to react, choose to pause instead and trust that you have the protection when you need to use it. You don't always need to use it. But like, even though this animal is hunted all of the time, he doesn't walk around in fear. He walks around in pride and confidence and with grace and agility. Alexis 1 and 3 were perfect for me. Christine, yep, my card for sure. I agree, my intuition was right. 3 and 1. Melissa, loving this card. Carrie, trust, perfect card for me. Susie, perfect reading. We're not even done yet. Steven, 2 and 3, nailed me. Margot, oh good. Pause and assess. Perfect. Karen, 3 resonates deeply with me. Awesome. Thank you, Eric, for your donation. Completely resonated with all these cards. I needed this one, especially your download on it, Jackie. Perfect synopsis. Thanks, Christine. Glad that helped you. Jennifer, wow. Carrie, trust my inner presence and shine my light. Yes. Love it, love it, love it. All were perfect. Jackie, this stag confirms for me that sitting with something that happened on Monday has been the best decision. So I do have one more deck to pull one more card, but this was really cool. What is asking for a pause this whole reading, right? Pause on trying to get out of the situation. Allow yourself to go in the situation and go through the situation. Pause the need to fight just for the sake of fighting. That's what I feel from the Knight card. Like, stop and think about what you're even fighting for. What is it that, like, are you just reacting right now? Like, are all of your fear emotions based off of past things that have happened and you're trying to prevent the past from happening again? Like, do you even know what you want? Do you really want what you're putting your energy towards right now? Literally just pause. That stag card is such a pause card. Just pause and watch and trust. Alexis and Lindsay, thank you guys for your donations. Much appreciated. Eric says, my gifts were received. Thank you, Jackie and friends. Hugs to all of you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, Jessica, where did you go? What did you say? Showed up just in time to hear 3. Perfect for me. Nothing is accidental. Everything always happens for a reason. You came at the perfect time. So that was from Angels and Ancestors. And then, so the pause was because we have Mars opposing Saturn today. I also want to tune into the Sun trine Neptune energy. And I want to ask, what will help us to call in our dream life? What kind of energy will help us call in our dream life? And I'm using a deck today that I don't use a lot of the time. And not to add more confusion to astrology right now, but as I was looking at the chart for like right now, Venus and the moon are conjunct. So Venus is the divine feminine. She receives, she attracts, she brings in, and the moon represents our emotions and like, well, our emotional needs and everything. So we might be drawing in extra emotions at this time. So I want to use this Moonology Manifestation Oracle deck to ask what will help us call in a dream life. So if you'd like to send your energy into this deck, asking your higher self what will help us call in our dream life. Karen just got this deck. That's great. If you guys have been enjoying today's session, if you'd like to offer an energy exchange in the form of a donation, they are always appreciated. If you would like to support me in other ways, you can follow me on Insight Timer. You can check out all of my social accounts in my link tree in my Insight Timer bio on the right side. I don't know if I'm mirrored or not. Click on my face on the bottom right-hand corner. That's how you get to the Insight Timer teacher profile of mine. And all of my link tree is in there. Sorry, I got distracted from the card. My link tree is in my Insight Timer bio, so you can find all my social accounts there. I post these replays to my YouTube account, so you can always go to YouTube and watch those. You can support me by interacting with my social stuff, like commenting on my YouTubes and liking them and sharing them and all that. I'm also on TikTok, which is semi-active. I've had a lot going on, so it's slow right now, but this is just perfect. This is what will help us call in our dream life right now, guys. It's the new moon in Cancer, and the message is relax. You can't make this up. Christine, I have this deck, but it still feels confusing to me. I use this deck with specific purposes. So like what I feel from this deck is that the cards give us a type of energy to use. So like it's the energy of the new moon in Cancer. So how can I apply the energy of the new moon in Cancer to bringing in our dream life? So this deck is the Moonology Manifestation Oracle. This card holds divine feminine energy and drawing it This card holds divine feminine energy and drawing it strongly suggests that goddess energy is on your side. Relax. You and your loved ones are being looked after. Whatever your heart holds dearest is safe and well. This may not be the time to charge at what you want. This may not be the time to charge at what you want, so think about whether you can approach it from a different angle. If someone in your life needs you, nurture them. Nurture and be gentle with yourself too. Your diet may need improving for your own well-being. This card is a good omen for family issues, house moves, sales and/or purchases, or someone or something that needs protection. Spend time with people you love and who love you. Develop a thicker skin. Cherish what you have, and you'll have more to cherish. Would you like the manifestation affirmation? So you can use this affirmation to help you call in your dream life. When I nurture myself, life nurtures me back. When I nurture myself, life nurtures me back. That might be one of those fake it till you make it statements. I know that's something that I'm working on. I still have that energy of like I always have to be performing and giving and doing in order to receive the nurturing I desire, but like deep down I know that that's true. When I nurture myself, life nurtures me back. When I put myself first, when I make myself happy, everything just falls into place. That's the message of this new moon in Cancer card. How do you bring in the life of your dreams? You relax, you pause, you stop trying to get out of your situation, and you see if you can see it from a different angle. Hello, Ren. Just joining. We're just wrapping up. I hope you came in at the perfect time, and that exactly when you came in, that's exactly what you needed to hear. I love it. This is a joke, Susie. Melissa, whoa, Jackie, it's just that simple. You know, like sometimes it is. This is what makes life difficult. This is what makes life easy. Tansy, this week we are focusing on nurture in my yoga classes. Of course you are. Of course you are. Jackie, family issues. So, one of the situations that's happening this week in my life brought up a lot of fear, a lot of worry, a lot of, oh no, this is really possible, like this outcome could be the thing that happens. So I called a friend about it and she was like, well, that hasn't happened yet, so don't put the energy into it. And I was like, F off, because that's what I'm supposed to tell to people. That's not what's supposed to be told to me. So I got a taste of my own medicine. And what I did with that situation was I took all of my fear and anxiety about a potential outcome that was undesired, and I sat down with my journal and I wrote down for 20 minutes the desired outcome of the situation. In that time, This was the coolest thing. I felt my consciousness almost detach from my reality, from this current reality. And it wasn't like, it was like, what's that called? Detachment. Like I wasn't trying to like disassociate with any of this, but I was just like writing as if I have the desired outcome of the situation. And I felt like I was above the situation for a second. And it was almost like the universe was laughing at me, like, ha ha ha, we know everything's gonna be fine. You're just freaking out about it. Like, that's the only thing that's making this difficult right now, is your choice to go to fear. Like, that's the only thing that is making this seem bad, is your process about it, your thoughts about it. So, relax. Relax, trust, go through it, right? Like, you've been through a bunch of nasty stuff in your life, haven't you? And you've made it through all of it, and you've gained some wisdom along the way. Maybe it's time to stop fighting for no reason and listen to what your emotions about the situation are trying to tell you, so you can, I'm not saying don't fight, but like, don't fight for the sake of just getting something done. Fight from a place of true self-understanding. Fighting for what it is that you want, what you truly desire. Like, use those emotions and turn them into like that lion. We're almost in Leo season. And the stag wants you to pause, trust, and thrive. Pause. Just watch. You don't need to act right away. You are protected. You're already protected. Those antlers have already grown. This isn't deer energy. This is stag energy. This is mature. You have the higher wisdom, right? Any animal that has horns or anything on their head, it's a connection to the divine. It's like a spiritual connection energy. So just ask for universal support. And then, of course, how do we call in this dream life? Relax. Relax. The affirmation, again, Jennifer, is when I nurture myself, life nurtures me back. Thank you, Jacqui, for writing that. I just saw that. Breathe and feel, then think. I believe that this is what gets us into trouble. This. Okay, that's it. I've had a hell of a week, so this was a lot of effort for me today. Not to like mean anything. I'm just not in the mindset to babble and do my close up thing as normal. So I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk about there's a lot. There's a Cardinal Grand Cross that will be exact over the weekend. Leo season starts over the weekend. Venus retrograde starts over the weekend. I might talk about Chiron retrograde. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you everyone for being here. Thanks for all the donations that came through, all the follows, all the hearts, all the comments, all the energy and everything. Love to you all. I'll see you back tomorrow at 8:15 Central Time. I hope this helped. I hope this gave you a little bit of with whatever your life has been throwing at you for the last week. Thanks, Jennifer. Namaste. I'll see you all hopefully tomorrow, or if not, sometime soon.